Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. The purchase and pricing question email line from you to me and my hand-picked crew with your questions about buying this or any watch you see here on Watchbox Reviews. tmosso at thewatchbox.com. And today we're launching, well, what might be one of the finest Patek Philippe debuts of 2018. A watch that absolutely caught me spellbound. This is the 5270P-001, the first platinum 5270 Perpetual Calendar Chronograph in that series, originally launched back in 2011. The timepiece right here is 41 millimeters in platinum. It is 12.8 millimeters thick and 49.6 millimeters from lug to lug, with a 21 millimeter spacing between the lugs, and you can see that top Vesselton diamond brilliant cut between the lugs, reminding you that this is a modern day Patek Philippe in full PT950 platinum. Thrown it on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, it wears easily with comfort and, as you can see, a low coupled elegance that pairs well with tight dress sleeves. It does not have to be a dress watch though it's not a swimmable sports watch. Water resistance is 30 meters. It is the kind of piece that you can pair with everything from formal to sports casual, and with plenty of clearance on both sides of my wrist as well as vertical clearance for my cuff, I can recommend it for more formal attire as well as smaller wrists. The strap is of high grade. Patek specs good stuff on its watches. Rarely do their straps feel like the kind of flat cardboard of other luxury brands, and I have to say straps are often an overlooked accessory on high-end watches. There is a pull tab system so you can remove the strap without tools from the lugs. There is a sort of red-brown alligator leather and semi-gloss finish, large rectangular scale, monotone stitch, folded edge, calfskin underlay. As you can see, this is a Patek Philippe factory strap in outstanding condition, and the watch is equipped with a full platinum deployant clasp. Let me remove some of these fingerprints because I'm making the clasp look worse than it is. As you can see, it features a filigree style Calatrava cross on the top, and the full clasp gives you protection against droppage while donning or removing at bedside. The case band is, well, nothing if not nuanced. The lugs have a little bit of 1579 to them, and you can see they are fluted as well as dramatically stepped out from the case flank with a sharp break between lug and case. This is welted lug construction, and it's done in-house by Patek. So Patek Philippe case making advancing by leaps and bounds even since the early 2000s. These shapes are becoming more and more ornate and complex, and the finishing more and more accomplished. Not only do you have a sharply defined case band with several character lines longitudinally, but there is a lovely concave angular bezel that actually juts straight up where it abuts the sapphire, so there are quite a few character lines on the flank of this case, both curves and creases. Turning over to the crown side, you can see that there's a great deal of detail here with the satination on the flanks of the chronograph pushers, but polish on their outer faces. Calatrava cross-style knurled winding crown for setting and winding, and then on the dial, the romance is in the salmon coloration. It's a sort of rose gold coloration with blackened Arabic numerals at the top, applique in white gold, blackened diamond polished and faceted indices in white gold down at the bottom half of the dial, and then you have lovely polished white gold blackened hands for all of the functions, leaf hands for the time. We have registers for the day, the month, a radial date, a moon phase with an adjustment interval of once every 122 years. You have a day-night indicator so you know when not to use the pusher adjusters to correct the calendar. The night is verboten. Do not adjust the calendar during that time. And then there is a leap year cycle indicator on the dial on the opposite side of the moon phase and date to keep the dial balanced. You can split it down the middle, and it has beautiful bilateral symmetry. Now, this being a contemporary in-house Patek caliber, you pull the crown out, it does feature hacking seconds. It beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour. We're going to get real close here now and take a look at caliber CH29535PS. It's larger than the previous Lemania-based 2770. It features 33 jewels, 6 position adjustment, a free-sprung Gyromax style balance, beaten away at 28,800 vibrations per hour with a handmade Breguet overcoil hairspring instead of Patek's mass-produced silicon. You can see it is a column wheel lateral clutch, and the column wheel lateral clutch system I'm going to demonstrate is perhaps the most beautiful solution for a traditional chronograph. The lateral clutch chronographs are actually reserved for more advanced watchmakers in Patek Philippe service because they are harder to build and harder to adjust. So this is the true high horology option, even if the vertical clutch is more efficient, though to improve efficiency, Patek features a fully jeweled lateral clutch. You'll also appreciate the column wheel, which allows for superb crisp action. It has a black polished cap, and while that's designed principally for ornate purposes, I will say that it's also historically something that has been used to prevent the horns and levers of the chronograph from jumping up out of the crenellated towers. Most finishing measures have their roots in functionality, and the cap to the column wheel is no exception. There is a pawl and pawl wheel based instantaneous minute jumper, and that jumps the minute on the minute. The watch is a perpetual calendar. It need not be adjusted until the year 2100. It's 30 meters water resistant, so stay high and dry, and it has a 65-hour manual wind power reserve. As you can see, the anglage is mirrored. The steel satinated levers, horns, and recentering hammers of the chronograph feature polished beveled edges. All the screw heads are black polished with chamfered slots, and the Côte de Genève are deep and thickly ridged. All watches in the luxury space have some variation on this finish, but few execute to this degree. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com.